Hi everyone, and welcome to part 13 of Let's Build New York Brownstones. So in the last part we got a lot done. We finally finished this building over here, got this laundry room mostly done, and got a really good start on this apartment. So this time I wanted to make some changes to this laundry room that you all suggested, and then I'm hoping to be able to finish this apartment, and if we get to do all of that and it doesn't take too long, then I also wanted to get a start on this area out here behind this apartment. But as you probably noticed, I did make a few changes off camera. I of course finished this hall area out here. There's not really a lot to it, kind of the same things I've done in the other hall areas. And I also changed the swatches of these washing machines to be the ones that had the coin slot on them because Peyton and JK reminded me that there is that swatch. And I also put a door here going to this side because Victoria brought up that maybe that would be a good idea if this is supposed to be a laundry room for this building as well. And I think it does actually make this room look a little bit better. And apart from that, the biggest suggestion was to get rid of these washing machines over here and replace those with sinks because that is kind of a lot of laundry machines. So we're just going to go and get the sinks that came with laundry day stuff because I do think that would be the best option. So we have this one here. We also have this one. And I think this one would be a better option. Although the only thing is, I wanted to have two sinks in here. And I'm worried that it's going to look a little bit weird if we have two sinks with the same bucket underneath them. And then this one here has kind of the same problem. So maybe what we should do is actually go with this sink. Although the only problem is it doesn't look as laundry tub-like as those other ones. This one here, you know what? This one I think is actually the better option. So we're just going to go with two of those and try to space them out nicely. Yeah, I think that definitely is the way to go. And rather than having this bucket out here, we're just going to take this and bring it over here. I think that location makes a little bit more sense. Or another option is just put it over here in the corner. And then we can get a trash can, which was suggested by an archer. So that can go here. And no, I think that swatch of it is good. So we're going to keep that. And what do we want to have above these sinks? Because I want to have something there. And normally my go-to is a mirror, but I don't think you need a mirror in a laundry area, so maybe there's a sign from Get to Work that would work a little bit better. Because if I remember correctly, there were some signs that came with that pack that I think would kind of go with this. Oh, we do have these towels. And we do have this sign, which this looks like this could potentially be some kind of, and you know what, actually I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know, I'm just not really feeling it for some reason. So that one is a potential. Like it's some kind of, oh, this, like a fire escape sign. I think I like this one more. Like it's just some kind of like warning of, I don't know if there's a fire, you need to get out of here quick. And we had some other, like maybe, no, I don't know about that one. Yeah, we actually don't have a whole lot of options. I mean, this is, oh, that's like warning that you might lose a finger. I mean, as far as I know, it's kind of hard to lose a finger from a washing machine. I mean, I'm assuming it can happen, but I think this is probably the best thing. Another suggestion was Eva said that we could add a TV in here somewhere. So I'm thinking right here might be a good idea. So what we could do is get a shelf out of here, and let's cancel out of that, and put it right above here, and then make it look like the TV is on top of it. The only thing is we need kind of a big shelf, and that is way too big. That's not going to work. This one, yeah, the thing is, there's not many shelves that would actually look like they can reasonably fit a TV on them. This one, potentially? This one looks like it could do the trick, and it does definitely have an industrial feel to it. So I'm thinking that's what we can use, and then we might want to get rid of the chair. Or at least change its color to be something more neutral, because I'm not really feeling, yeah, that looks better. I just wasn't really feeling the green in here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this shelf because I'm assuming we're going to need that to get the TV up here. And let's add in just one of the older looking tube TVs. So there we go. I like that. You know, just kind of up here, out of reach, where people can't really get to it. And it's probably stuck playing the news or HGTV or something like that all day. Probably the news, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I think that's actually it that I wanted to get done in here. Yeah, so with that, this laundry room is complete. Oh, and I also put some stuff out here before starting this part. So we just got a light over the door, we got a little doormat, we got some trash cans. And then I put the sign here because I was thinking maybe this is a sign pointing out that the laundromat is here. Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I thought that worked pretty well. But let's go ahead and move on to this apartment over here. So I did get a few suggestions on how to switch up the layout of this to differentiate it a little bit from this apartment over here because it is feeling kind of the same layout-wise. So I think I'm going to go with Philip's suggestion, which is to swap the kitchen and the bathroom. So we're just going to take all this and then shove it outside, and we'll figure it out later. We'll, cram this whole back in later on. Okay, everything that needed to be moved out of the way is out of the way. So let's just grab this bathroom and plop it down over here, and hopefully that doesn't mess things up too much. Okay, that's not too bad. So we'll just take that and move that back in there, and then just slide that on over, and there we go. It's good. And the door's going to go here. I know that's going to mess with things, so we're going to have to completely rearrange the whole bathroom, but that's a problem for a few minutes from now, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then this area in here is where the kitchen is going to go, and that actually does give us a good bit of space to work with. And I believe Philip said to rotate the kitchen clockwise, so we're going to have the stove along here, and then they also said to have some island counters with bar stools, so we can have that here, and then that means we're not going to actually need this dining room table, so that is good as well, because I kind of wasn't completely feeling that. Alright, so this is where the stove's going to go, and then we can have this counter, or this corner counter right in there, and where's our fridge? There it is. So I'm thinking the fridge can go right near the door. Yeah, this layout actually works really well. And then we're going to take okay, here's our other corner counter. So that's going to go there. And then we're going to have a couple of island counters right here. And that should work perfectly. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't line up quite right. So we're going to take that and use the alt key to line it up like that. And that should work pretty well. I mean, the other thing is we could have 3 of them here. But then that's not really going to line up that well. I mean, we could do that. But then the issue is I usually like to have it on, because we're going to have that tile back here. And actually, I think that's the tile we used in here. So I wanted to line up like that. But the problem is that doesn't look very good. I mean, I guess it's not really a huge deal. But another thing we can do is just have it here. And then if we get rid of if we have the tile just in this spot, then I think it should, yeah, that actually works. So we're just going to do that, and then that way we have more island counters to work with. So let's get that in there, and get the cabinets in. So there's our corner one. Actually, was that high enough? No. Okay, there we go. That's good. And then that one could be here. We also need to figure out somewhere to put the sink in. So I'm thinking right where, right on the middle of the island is where we should have the sink. Yeah, so that'll go there. And we have 2 lights on here, which we do not need, so that'll go out here. That definitely helps to brighten things up. Yeah, this actually works really well, because then we don't get this awkward just one tile hallway in here, and it's a little bit lighter. Because that was something I didn't really like about this apartment over here, so I'm glad that this remedied that pretty well. But rather than using that end counter, or that corner counter there, what I'm thinking, oh right, this is this kind of, okay, so that's not going to work. We can't do that. No, this one's what I was thinking of using. Yeah, that works pretty well. And then we don't need any of this out here, so we're just going to delete all of that. And where will our kitchen trash can go? So that can go, so if I put that here, I don't know if Sims are going to be able to get through there fine. I mean, we'll have to see. And then we just got to get some bar stools in here. So what feels cute? This actually feels really nice and cute. But I want to go with something a little bit more modern. So this one, if I remember correctly, does have more of a white swatch for it. Yeah, this definitely fits in with the vibe of this apartment. Okay, there we go. So we got that figured out. And I'll have to play test this to see if Sims can actually get through that, because I'm not 100% sure if they can. And we're going to get that fence that I used as a border back in here, because I did really like the look of that. So I believe we went with this color. And we can just, no, let's not have that there. Although I think I picked more of a beige one. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. And another suggestion that we had for the kitchen area was that JK said that we should use some subway tiles, have something nicer in here than just the regular wallpaper. So we can go ahead and look for that, because I know there were some subway tiles in this game. I'm pretty sure these are the subway tiles I was thinking of. Yeah, these actually look pretty nice. There is the blue, though. And that, how does this look? maybe the white was a little bit better. We could also use this one from Parenthood, which definitely goes with the bright feel of this apartment. I think I actually like this one a little bit more. So that's what we're gonna use. And now I'm thinking that instead of using this fridge, it might fit into the space a little bit better if we do end up using the Parenthood one. Yeah, I think that does look better because I wasn't really liking the gap over here. This kind of helps to hide the border between the two wallpapers a little bit better. And then we have that here, which is unfortunate, but I mean, that doesn't really look too bad, so we'll just leave it. Something we can do to make that look a little bit better is possibly have a column in here separating that. I guess that, no, I think it looks better without that. So we'll just have that there and we'll just have to deal with it. It's fine, we can just ignore it. So let's go ahead and finish the kitchen, or actually, no, everything's fine where it is. I think we'll just keep the layout out here as it is because that actually works pretty well. And this does help to make the space feel a lot more open. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish up the kitchen and get that all squared off. So let's have this microwave right here. And then I wanted to get the dish drying rack that I always use over on this area because I definitely think the Parenthood one fits with this kitchen a little bit more. Although, you know, maybe the Cool Kitchen Stuff one would actually look pretty good in here. Because that one definitely is a little bit more modern. Yeah, you know what? We probably should use a different one. So we'll use that swatch of it and then have it just kind of over here facing the sink a little bit. Yeah, I actually really like how that looks in here more. And then we're gonna go to the bathroom section here and then find that soap bottle. And then we'll get the paper towels and then that'll be it over here. So I want to have this kitchen look very neat. So I'm gonna try not to clutter it too much, you know, because I feel like, as some of you did bring up, this is maybe a bit of like a DIY YouTuber, possibly a beauty YouTuber. So I feel like they'd really care about how their apartment looks. So they want it, you know, because this is a very small space. So like the whole thing is gonna kind of be in the background of their videos. So I feel like they would want it to just look very perfect and very put together. Like everything's just nice and neat and in its place. So we're definitely going to keep most of the clutter decorative rather than, you know, messy clutter. And if you could just snap in the right spot, that'd be great. No, let's just move this out of the way to make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Oh, that's why I was like, why is that so far over? Okay, I think that works. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Although, we do have that swatch for it. Yeah, I think this is the best swatch, so we're gonna just stick with that. And then over here, I wanted to get a utensil holder, so I think we're just gonna use that simple modern one, which I believe was this one here. And no, I like this swatch. I know I keep using it, but I do think that swatch looks really good. And what else do we need in here? So I guess hopefully they'll be able to cook on this counter. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this counter empty and hope for the best because I really want to add some nice decorations to this one. So there was the plant that came with Cool Kitchen Stuff, which I think will work pretty well with this one. So let's just hit 9 and raise this up so it looks like it's sitting on the counter, and then we'll figure out another swatch for it. Yeah, I really like that in here. So we do have the yellow. This, I think, looks really cute. This also looks nice. So I think either this one or the yellow is what we're gonna go for. So let's just go between those. This does kind of tie in with these plates over here, so that is nice. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with the yellow, and we're just gonna have that be it for the kitchen. You know, as I said, just have it have this very neat and put together look. You know, everything is just kind of in their respective cabinets, in their place. But one last thing we do need is the range hood above this. So I want to use this more, where is it? The more modern one, this one. Yeah, I think this will definitely be a good fit for this space. And we'll have it in this swatch. So there we go. That is our kitchen. That looks very nice. I'm really digging it. And then over here on this wall, what do we want to have? Like, this is usually where you would have some kind of coat rack. But we unfortunately don't have the space for that. I mean, we could use the wall one, but I'm not really sure if what's on that goes with the vibe of this apartment. Yeah, so it's this one here. Let's just see, though. I mean, we could have that one. Yeah, I mean, let's go with that. We got a cute little sun hat there. We got a jacket. I think that works. I mean, ideally, I would like this to be in a more neutral color, but we got to work with what we've got. And then another thing I was thinking was that next to that, we could have one of the swatches of the poster that came with cool kitchen stuff, because this does have some really nice cutesy swatches that I think would go really well with this apartment. So we got the avocado one. I'm actually really not feeling this though, so we're gonna get rid of that. And another idea that just popped into my head is using the chalkboard that came with Get Together and putting it here. You know, because I feel like this just feels like something you would see, you know, maybe they write their notes and plans for the day. The only thing is, I don't know if we have some swatches for this that are really gonna kind of the feel that we want. Because ideally I would want a white border for this. There is this one though. So let's see what we have for this. Oh, this is cute. And then we have this one. I mean, this looks like more of something... Although, I don't know, that could work. Yeah, maybe they like to have cute drawings on there. I'm not completely sure, but it does look better than what we had before. And the thing is, once we get more stuff in, it might start to look a little bit better. But before we get on to the rest of the apartment, I think we should rearrange the bathroom a little bit. Because, you know, we got this whole door right here, and we got the sink in front of it currently, which is not going to fly. So we got to switch that up. So we're going to have that over there, and then we can put the toilet right here. That means where the bath mat currently is not going to work, but we could always size that down and just stick it there. Or we could even change it to the one that came with City Living, because that one is a little bit smaller. So I think it's going to fit into the space better than what we had. And I think the fluffy white swatch of it is also going to work really well in this bathroom. So we'll have that there. And I think that's fine where that is. And then this will go there. And then the sink is going to go right here. And they should be able to get into the shower perfectly fine. Okay, so you got to go there. And then that's there. And let's scooch this out from the wall a little bit. I don't know why when you place these, they always want to just go partially into the wall. That just seems kind of like a weird choice for it. And this is going to go here. And then we have the toothpaste and the soap on the other side. And then, right, we also have the hand towel. So we got to put that back over here. And then another thing was that Truett brought up that they weren't really sure about the swatch of the shower. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this one. And we're going to put this shower in here, but in the brighter swatch. Or on second thought, what we could do is try another swatch of this one, because there was the, yeah, this I think actually looks pretty good. So we'll keep that, size this rug down a little bit, and then fix this up some, and that should be good. And something I'm thinking we could do is make the swatch of this a little bit darker, because there was this other blue that's a very similar swatch to this, and I always thought that looked really good together, so I think it's this one here. Yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. And let's just go with this swatch of the sink. And then we'll change this to the white swatch. And I feel like that's it. Yeah, that's pretty good for the bathroom. So back to this area. CloudQuest brought up using the open wardrobe from Moschino stuff instead of this one that he used over here. So what I'm thinking is that we can have that wardrobe but have it in this space, because it might help to break up this wall a little bit, because I think the thing that's off is that we just have this really long open wall here, and we just need something else in there to help break up that space some. So I'm going to try doing that. And yeah, CloudQuest suggested this one because they said that wardrobes like this tend to be a little bit more trendy, and that it might be a cool background for videos. So we're going to put that in here and see what we have that works. Let's see. And then another one we had was... Oh, wait, this is the one from Moschino stuff. Okay, yeah, this is the Get Famous one. I was just like thinking, I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that one much, but yeah. This one does look a little bit better. The only worry is, of course, routing issues. So maybe over here isn't the best spot. So we can have that over there next to the video recording station. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. So we're just going to get rid of this, have that over here, which I think will look a little bit better. Yeah, that does actually look really cool. So the thing we're going to have to figure out now is what we're going to do over there next to the bed, because before I realized that this wasn't going to look good, what I was thinking we could do is have the TV in the space, but that's not happening. Yeah, I think the swatch works best. So we're going to have to figure out something else, because this space is a little bit tricky. But what I was just thinking is that we could use the rug from Moschino stuff in this area, because I think that does have some swatches that are definitely going to work for this kind of an apartment. I mean, we could have the TV right here, but that's not really gonna work that great there. Yeah, so this rug can just go over in this space. Yeah, that actually looks really cool. But let's figure out another swatch. So we have this one. This one looks nice. Oh, this one's neat. Yeah, that one's cool. We have this. So I think it's between this one or this one. I'm thinking this or this. Or we could have this fluffier rug over in this area. Yeah, let's actually try that out and get rid of this. I think it looks a little bit nicer. So that can go there right around this desk. We can also add an ottoman in front of the bed, so that's just kind of like a space to sit. So let's find one of those that'll work. I think the one from Laundry Day stuff, this one tends to work pretty well. The only thing is I want something that's lighter and in a more neutral color. I think this one also has some swatches that could work, and it's also in a color that, yeah, so that's an option. I'm not 100% sure about that. If I remember correctly, the one from City Living here also has a swatch that could work. Okay, not that one. That one kind of works. Yeah, I mean, it's got the red in there, so I'm not 100% sure of that. But it's the only swatch of this that really works. You know, what might help a little bit more is actually... Oh, wait, this one. Yeah, I think this one has something that could work. Yeah, that actually looks like it might fit in pretty well with this. Yeah, because I definitely want something that's more neutral. Okay, so we'll go with that one. So we got in there, and then now we need to figure out what on earth we're going to do with this space over here, because I'm kind of lost on that. Something we could do is put that kid stuff wardrobe back in and have it over here, because I mean, this is a pretty small apartment. There's not really any closets, so they probably need a lot of storage, so I think it is kind of realistic that they would have more options. Or another thing we could add in is this, because this might look better than that kid's wardrobe one. So let's just get that back out and just compare the two of them. Yeah, I'm thinking this open one here actually looks a little bit better. Yeah, I like this one more. So we're going to use this one instead. And I want to see what other swatches we have. Although I'm still thinking, yeah, the white one's going to be the best. So we're just going to stick with that. And that definitely helps to split things up a little bit. And perhaps instead of having the trash can right there, we can have it here where I think it's going to be a little bit more out of the way. And we need to figure out something else to do with the space, so maybe some posters would be good in there. Something that could work is these photo frames from Moschino stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and have two of them side by side up here, and we're going to size this one up and have it underneath them. I think that could look pretty good. Although maybe that should be a little bit messier, and we should size, like maybe size that one up, size that one down. And then, you know, this could be like something that they would fill in with their own pictures. I think that could work pretty well. And then this one can be just sized up on the bottom. Yeah, so I think if you actually had pictures in here, that could look pretty nice. So that is one thing that I think will work. And then, as I mentioned, above the bed, we're going to get some shelves in. So I'm just going to use the white swatch that this one comes in. And we'll have a couple of them next to each other, although I'm going to actually lower those a little bit. And then we'll just add some string lights in underneath them. But let's just scooch this one over a little bit. Okay, I think that should look pretty good. And let's go ahead and find those string lights, because I think those were here. And let's sort by Parenthood to make those a little bit easier to find. And we got to figure out what we're going to put on the shelf. So maybe some knickknacks, like some stuff that looks like things that they crafted. But let's actually just move that over something like that, so it looks like it's, you know, like the light is completely underneath it. All right, I think that works. So one thing that could work is that hand sculpture that I think was patched in at some point recently, because I didn't even realize that was in the game until around Realm of Magic came out. It's over here in one of these rooms from Realm of Magic, so we're just gonna pull it out of that. Yeah, I think that feels like something you would find in here. And then we definitely want to get some cutesy pants, or plants, not pants. Yeah, I think that swatch of that works. So I definitely want to get like kind of IKEA-esque looking plants like this one here. I think that's definitely like, really cute to have up there. And what else do we want to have? Like maybe some sort of collectible... Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what would make sense for this kind of an apartment. Oh, I think a candle would be really good for up there. So we're just gonna grab that one from backyard stuff. And I think I did make a really good choice with this hand decoration because I was just looking at a picture of a Tumblr apartment for inspiration, and I literally saw a decoration of a hand similar to this in it. So I was like, okay, we're on the right track with that. So that's good. Yeah, let's go with that swatch. And I don't think I want to fill this up too much. I think we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it on the sparser side. So we're gonna move these in. And I think just one more decoration and we'll be good. So maybe some books, like maybe some kind of cute book decoration, like one of the ones that came with City Living, like the elephant one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be a good choice for that. So let's figure out where that was. That's not there, that's over here. Although the problem is, let's just move that because it's gonna keep snapping to that. Okay, so that'll go there. Although what if we centered this and then move this plant over, this hand over here, the plant here, and then we had something else on the end. Yeah, I think that'll work a little bit better because this feels like something that would be in the center here more so than on the end. And I think this swatch is gonna work. Okay, so let's figure out one more thing we're gonna have up here on the shelf. Maybe another plant. Like we could take this one and then size it down so it looks a bit smaller and just have it up there as well. Yeah, I think that looks really cute. Okay, there we go. So we got this decorations figured out. And we're gonna have just a remote on this end table here because I did get a really good suggestion for what to do for a TV. So before we get to that, let's get the remote in and we're gonna have that be it on this end table because, you know, we gotta keep things really neat here. We don't want a lot of clutter all over the place. And I feel like that is good. So as far as the TV goes, May Chan suggested raising up a smaller flat screen TV on this spot so it would look like a second monitor and then also has the bonus of actually being the TV, so we have one of those in this apartment. And that definitely seems like a perfect idea, so we're just gonna try that and have that right over there. I guess we'll kind of face it out a little bit towards the bed and then move it in closer over here. Yeah, I mean, it maybe looks kind of weird, but I think that's fine. And then another suggestion that was brought up was to put the mosquito stuff photo or camera stand behind here, like just cram some camera stuff back there. So we're gonna go ahead and get that in as well. And then I think to finish it off, we just need some kind of painting or something above here. And other than that, I don't think we really need a ton in this apartment. So let's just go ahead and sort by that and then go to, actually, let's just show all. Oh, and the lights. Yeah, the lights would be good to have in here. Although that's not really gonna fit that well. But we can try to make it work. I mean, it kind of fits in like that, right? Although, not really. So maybe we don't want to have that in there. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not really gonna fit in the best because it's kind of, I guess that sort of works. It just feels like it's a little bit too crammed. And can we even change the swatch of the, I guess let's go with that swatch of it. I'm feeling that one a little bit more, but I'm not really sure about that. So we're gonna get rid of that and see if we can just cram that in somewhere. Like, is there even, okay, so unfortunately, that was a really good idea, but unfortunately there's not really a lot of space to fit this in. We could have it there. Like, we already have a camera stand here. So that's not really fitting in very well. But perhaps we can go back to trying to fit, okay, not that one. But we can go back to trying to fit this light in. It does kind of fit in like this, so we'll leave it like that. And something I want to try for back here is this decoration. Like maybe, there we go, maybe that's where they have all their camera equipment. That is perfect, that works great. So let's go with this swatch here. And on top of that, we can fit in this. There we go. See, that looks cool. Like, this is where they have all the camera stuff. That works perfectly. And we just got to figure out another decoration to go over on this wall and something else to go here. Like, maybe some oh, what if we took magazines and raised them up on this? Like, that feels... Is that floating? Yes, that's floating. All right, so we might have to get the shelf out here to fix that. Although this... that works. That works. It just looks like less magazines. But I think that actually looks kind of cool. You know, like it's like the magazines there is, it's kind of part of setting the scene. So I do like that. I'm not really feeling the shelf here. I think that may actually be a little bit too crowded. So what we could do instead is use that one item from Parenthood that looks like kind of this organizer thing. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep that. But this feels like, although this feels very like kitty and crafty. I mean, crafty is probably good for this apartment, but I'm actually not sure about that. So we got to figure out something else. I mean, we could always have some more string lights up here and possibly yet another shelf. I mean, that might not be a bad option. Because I just think this one here was a little bit too crowded. I think that was the problem with it. So let's just get these to look like they're together and then get like that. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. And I'm just going to get this out because I'm assuming we're going to need it. So on top of that, let's get that one plant that I deleted off that other shelf up here again. So we'll have that right there. And what else? I mean, we could have another candle. Maybe a different kind of candle though. Although I don't think there's many other kinds of candles in the game. I mean, this one's a possibility. That actually looks kind of nice up there, but I do like the look of this one more. But we could always use it in a different swatch and kind of have that be the way that we differentiate it. Yeah, so that can go there in that swatch. And what else? I mean, we did have some other decorative book items. I mean, that's an option. This is also really cute. So let me try having that up there. Yeah, this swatch, hold on, not this swatch. This one? I think that looks nice. Yeah, I want to keep it pretty simple. I was just trying out some things, and I'm thinking this painting will actually look better here. So we do have this swatch, which fits in with the more neutral styling of this apartment. So let's just get a look at that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, and then I want to get a look over here, because I don't think there's really too much more that we have to do with this apartment. Something I did want to try, though, is just adding in another one of these rugs right here. I mean, it might be a bit much to have two of the same rug in this apartment, but I think it works pretty well and that this rug really goes really well with the style of this apartment. And something else we do need is a hamper. So having a hamper over here next to the wardrobe might actually look a little bit better than the trash can. The problem is I don't know what else to do with the trash can, so we got to figure that out. But that definitely looks better in there than just having a trash can. So something we could do is have the trash can right here. That way it's in front of this open space. That might help to make it feel a little bit less crowded, and I'm thinking Sims can still get through, so it should be fine. I think that's pretty much it for this apartment. Yeah, there might be a few final touches that I make in the next part, but for the most part, I feel like this is done. It's definitely more minimal than the other apartments that we've done, but I think that's fine. You know, that's definitely what I was trying to go for with this. So before I end this part, I wanted to get a start on the yard out here. We're definitely not going to be able to finish it, but I just wanted to do the quick things like changing the fences and putting in the pad that's going to be paved, because I'm going to do the same thing that we did out here where we have the paved area right in front of the door, and then we're of course going to have a deck for the apartment above it. And the really cool idea that I got for this area out here was that Martin said that since they see this as a DIY YouTuber, that I should have the outside area have some, you know, make it look like this is where they do their projects, like have paint splattered rugs and paint buckets and maybe some like things that look like projects they're working on. I just thought that was such a cool idea for this apartment, so I'm really looking forward to doing that in the next part. And then we're just gonna get this out here, and then rather than having the broken up pavement like what we used over on this apartment, I'm gonna actually use the nicer looking pavement. So where was that? I always like have trouble finding pavement for some reason, but I think that looks pretty good. I mean, we could take this to... No, we don't need to have that to create a border. That looks a little bit too worn to go with that. What we can do is take this and put that there to create that. Actually, let's not do that because then that creates a weird thing here with that fence. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We don't need it. I can try some other things to differentiate that a little bit more. But I think that's pretty good for this part. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.